Hello everyone and heartfelt welcome to IT-KnowledgeBase. Here in this channel, I independently contribute information technology, information and cybersecurity related stuff. I am endeavoring my best to demystify the complexities and explain them all in very humble, technical oral and easy to grasp hands-on labs. I also encourage you to share my content with all those who really concerned to learn IT and its security. This time, I am sharing eye-opening security-linked stuff which is until now a very big and crucial challenge in every centralized business. In this short video lecture, I would like to discuss Active Directory username enumeration and password spraying on Server 22, Active Directory Directory Services, which is the latest and most secure Microsoft operating system at the time of this recording. The Active Directory server is a hacker's prime target ever because of its rank and identity and access management, or managing business identities from one centralized location, and it's also an essential part of the penetration testing process. In Active Directory users enumeration, hackers and pentesters develop a list of all valid username on a server or web application. By doing so, the hacker can get an idea of how many accounts exist and use this information to compromise accounts on the target. Including both letters and numbers in a random pattern is safer than using personal identifiers or common phrases. A username that is easier for you to remember is usually easier for a hacker to guess. This is especially true when the username is based on a variation of your email address, name, or home address. In contrast, after the successful user enumeration, hackers and pentesters strongly wanted to launch password spraying attacks. This also happens in two steps. An attacker acquires a list of usernames first, then attempt login across all usernames using the same or single password. The attacker repeats the process with new password until the attack breaches the target authentication system to gain account and system access. In this complete video lecture, I will show you how to successfully launch and accomplish the attack through the Kerbrute tool. Okay, so this is my lab scenario where I have placed Active Directory Directory Services on Server 2022. And certainly have created some users, groups, and OUs. I am also running two other PCs that are working usually and an attacker machine running on Kali Linux. We will download the Kerbrute tool from the GitHub and launch user enumeration and password spraying attack. So what is Kerbrute? Kerbrute is a popular enumeration tool used to brute force and enumerate valid Active Directory users by abusing the Kerberos pre-authentication. I have tested this tool on all Windows Server operating systems such as Server 2012 R2, Server 2016, Server 2019. Most modern is Server 2022. Kerbrute is a tool used to enumerate valid Active Directory users accounts that use Kerberos pre-authentication. Also, this tool can be used for password attacks such as password brute force, username enumeration, password spray attacks, etc. This tool is being used for many years by penetration testers during internal penetration testing engagements. This tool is originally written by Ronnie Flatter with contributor Alex Flores. If you have an extended username list, you can enumerate all the user accounts that exist in the domain controller, which includes administrators, typical users, service accounts, etc. Or you could customize your username list, but it depends on how much in depth you understand your target. Optionally, before attacking your domain controller, edit your etc host file. To resolve your domain controller FQDN into the IP address. But this is only required if you are curious to access domain controller through its host or FQDN name. Otherwise, if you are connecting to the IP address, it's not required this effort. Kerbrute can be downloaded from its official GitHub repository release page. It was last modified in December 2019. The source code of the tool is also available, and it is also available for Windows systems and other Linux architecture. For simplicity, we will download compiled Kerbrute Linux AMD64 for the Kali Linux, which will be going to be an attacking system for demonstration purpose. The tool can be downloaded from this link and download a pre-compiled binary for your OS with wget. Once downloaded, optionally you can rename it to make this command simple and shorter. Then give executable permission to Kerbrute. Once we downloaded the tool in Kali Linux, we can list the available options and features by executing the following command. We can see that tool can perform various tasks such as brute force, root user, password spray, user enum, and version detection. Moreover, there are some flags available too, which can be very handy during the penetration testing. During the internal assessment, many times we encounter security features and the password policy to increase and decrease threats can help us to make password attack stealthier. We highly recommend using all available flags that come with Kerbrute to get practical experience and analyze the results. Now you have successfully installed the Kerbrute tool on your Kali Linux system. Now find valid users or user enumeration. During the internal penetration testing engagements, especially in the Active Directory environment, our initial goal is to find the valid users. Once we find potential users from the company website or any other sort of misconfiguration, then we can verify those users if they have valid accounts or not using Kerbrute. To do that, we will make a list of potential users that we obtain from OSINT or open source intelligence or any other way. Or you can download a username password list from GitHub URL. The link is also provided in the description to download pre-compiled users and password lists. For the demonstration purpose, we have created a user list and saved it as users.txt. We have to provide this users list and have to select the user enum option. We also have to provide the domain controller IP address and the domain name, which is itkb.lab in our case. The tool will test against each user accounts and verify if those users exist in the domain and using Kerberute's pre-authentication, and the correct syntax should look like this. Don't forget to type sudo if you are using non-privileged account. Type sudo // user enum tech-tc. I'm using IP address of my domain controller. Tag D for mentioning your domain name. And users.txt word list. Now hit enter to proceed with the users enumeration. And now we have found 9 valid user accounts in Server 2022 Active Directory. We can see that some users appear as valid users using Kerberute's authentication. Here we are in the position where we can think about various Kerberute's authentication such as SPN and Kerberute's brute force, etc. Now let's perform the password spraying with Kerbrute. Suppose we have obtained a password during the innovation phase that can be anything such as OSINT leaked password, or we have a password in our hand that can be obtained due to service misconfiguration, SMB share, FTP, etc. But we do not know the real owner of the obtained password. In the username enumeration phase, we have found 9 valid users. Now we can test obtained passwords with their accounts. Password spray is like password brute force, where we test each password against single user. But in the password spray, we use a single password and test it against all valid accounts. To do that, we already have a users list and saved it as users.txt. Then we use password spray option this time and provide the domain controller IP address and domain name along with a valid users list and obtain the password. And the correct syntax should look like this. Type sudo // password spray tech-tc, IP address of my domain controller, tag D for my domain name, users.txt list. This contains my all users and my password. In the obtained result, we can see that one user admin user account matched the obtained password. Now we can try to logging in via RDP, WinRM and SMB service. To reproduce the proof of concept, feel free to use this command. Next, we will try password brute force using potential passwords against a single user. In password brute force, we test all potential passwords against a single user. Here I am using a common password list to get the expected result. Doesn't matter if you create your own custom password list, create a password mutation using Crunch utility, or download expedient files from the GitHub site. But we should have a potential password list to perform a brute force attack against the domain. We created a password list and saved it as password.txt. Then we use the brute user option this time and provide the domain controller IP address, domain name, potential password list, and username. I will choose user admin in my case. The tool will show a plus sign when it triggers a valid password. If you are in a real world engagement, then be careful about the account lockout policy because it may affect your or your client business. It is very common to experience this problem during penetration testing, and you might need to wait for 30 minutes to 1 hour to perform the attack again, or sometimes the system administrator needs to unlock it manually. Typically, it locks out the account after 5 attempts, but a few companies set it at 3 attempts as well. The correct syntax should look like this. Type sudo /Kerbrute brute user tag DC IP address of my domain controller. I would prefer to write IP address of my domain controller rather FQDN. Tag D my domain name, a password list, and type user account admin. Now hit enter. We can see that the user admin account password matched with one password from the password list we provided. Now we can use valid credentials to log in via RDP, PSExec, and evilwinrm. Brute force username and password combos. In this example, we will create a combined username and password list, which means a user list and a single password should be within the same file, and attempt to verify if they matched. To do that, we create a username and password list and saved it as userpass.txt. Now attempt to verify using pipe sign along with the tag flag. Now note the syntax to initiate a username and password combo attack. Type sudo cat user pass.txt at pipe sign /Kerbrute tag DC IP address of my domain controller. Tag D mentioning my domain name. Type brute force. Don't forget to mention tag at the end of this command. Here we have provided the user pass.txt file list, domain controller IP address, and the domain name as we did in the earlier attacks. Now execute the command and verify the output. Verify the user and password brute force has been successful against our service account. Now our task is to save the output or result. Saving output is always healthy, whether we are solving CTF or in real-world engagements. If we save the output, then we do not have to run the command again and again to check the results. We can save the output of our findings using the tag o flag, providing the output file name. In this example, we have saved the output as results.txt. Now I am repeating our earlier command with the flag tag o at the end along with the file name results.txt. Now hit enter. And now check the results.txt file. The output has been saved for your future reference. We can also use verbose mode using the tag v flag in our command. Verbose features gives us actually insight into the tool with each user account. Let me repeat the user enumeration command with the tag v in the end. Now hit enter. We can see that when Kerbrute is unable to verify the Kerberos account, it is showing user does not exist. Now let's talk about some mitigation to prevent this type of attack. There are multiple factors and ways which can help to harden the system. Always following a strong password policy and recommends avoiding using common passwords. Make a standard corporate policy to apply an account lockout policy to mitigate brute force attacks. Whenever possible, always use two-factor authentication for all user accounts. Educate employees about potential threats and attacks by providing regular awareness programs. Hire security professionals to oversee network and systems and conduct penetration testing assessments once or twice a year. We have explored the Kerbrute tool briefly and its special features which can allow an attacker to gain access to the internal network. We have explored multiple techniques to exploit the internal network using the Kerbrute tool, where we perform password spray, password brute force, and user enumeration, etc. Lastly, we also provide the steps to mitigate these attacks. I hope you have learned something new today. Happy hacking! Alright. That is all for the now. If you want to see more awesome training content, make sure you click that subscribe button. Click it so you don't miss it. Or if you have any issues or questions, you can reach out to me and I'd be happy to help you out. Thank you.